Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Hey everyone, my name is Milyard. I am a second year medical student at the University of Virginia here in Charlottesville. And today I'm presenting a prelim analysis on demographic factors of a bigger ongoing project that we've been doing. This is an epidemiological study that analyzes how people's knowledge and their attitude in turn affect their practices. And for this study, since we're focusing on COVID-19 guidelines, we measured the practice as looking at if they were social distancing or not. So that was the primary outcome. The inspiration for this study is we looked at people who were social distancing by March and compared it to people who are not social distancing by April. And we noticed that this number went up significantly, about 7 to 10% or so. So we wanted to know what the factors that contributed to that was. Was it lack of knowledge? Was it demographic factors? Was it socioeconomic status? Their occupation, were they essential workers, non-essential workers? Did they have the ability to work from home? And their attitude, were they struggling with depression? Did they think that vaccines would not be up anytime soon since we did this during lockdown? Those are the factors that we were interested in initially and try to analyze the knowledge, attitude, and how in turn affected their practice of social distancing. So we chose two areas for our study due to being a hotspot region back in 2020, and those areas were the New York metropolitan area and the San Francisco Bay Area. And for our methods, we conducted a 92 questionnaire digital survey and got response from about 776 people initially. However, we excluded 101 participants, either due to incomplete data or having to change their residency location halfway through the study. So in total, after excluding 101 participants, we came to analyze about 675 participants and limited the age group to be 18 years and above, and collected the data from April 20 to May 2020. So for our results, we looked at different factors, as I mentioned earlier, and we noticed a statistically significant relationship between age and social distancing, in that people in the age group of 18 to 24 and people in the age group of 40 to 59 were not social distancing as much compared to the other group, the other age group. And this was interesting to us because we expected the 18 to 24 not to social distance compared to the 40 to 59, because we thought age was one of the factors that was emphasized back then as leading to adverse COVID outcomes. So after that, we looked at also their occupation. We looked at if they were essential workers, non-essential workers, and this was not a surprise to us, as we saw that essential workers were not more likely wearing as social distancing compared to non-essential workers, because those tend to be people who are out in the front lines, subway station, grocery stores, and healthcare workers. So that was something that we did. And for the other thing that we looked at was also like their income, and we stratified that by income and their educational status. And to our surprise, people who are not social distancing between 40 to 59, and they thought that social distancing was not important, where we assessed them during the knowledge part, were making significantly more than the people who were social distancing during that time. So one of the things, our hypothesis was, did these people who stopped social distancing, did they feel like they need to make ends meet and go out and work during the peak of COVID, or were just people who were making significantly higher income during that time and had the options to stay home? So one of the things that we looked at was based off of income, and we noticed people in the higher range were the ones more likely not to social distance. Future work that we're planning to do is undergoing project, is we try to look at more emphasize on the attitude aspect, and to see if people who are not social distancing or stop social distancing, were they living by themselves? What were their situation, like their living situation, like were they struggling with depression? Did they feel like we would not have vaccine back then, and they lose hope and feel they need to go out and socialize a lot more? And those, in addition to the knowledge aspects, those are the things that we're trying to analyze, and the results, as you can see in the figures here. So thank you so much, and I'll be happy to answer if you have any questions.
Alrighty, thank you very much.